guys? Thanks so much for clicking on the video. My name is Leah and let's talk about Married to Medicine. This is going to be different because I'm not really going to be going scene by scene. The only things I want to talk about is what happened at Quad's Christmas party slash like housewarming party and the situation between Audra and Toya, and then Toya versus Anila. So let's get into it. So like I said, I just want to talk about 3 things that happened in this episode. Well, honestly, 2 things that happened in this episode. Toya versus Anila, Toya versus Audra, and the fight with Toya and Audra. So what prompted me to do this review is I actually saw the fight in its totality on Jay's reality TV blog. So you should check that out on Twitter if you have a Twitter. But if you want to wait, you can wait. So that made me want to do it. Honestly, I just been having a very indifferent week as it pertains to like reality TV and what's going on in the world right now. I'm tired. Just tired, especially like with school and everything. I'm just tired. So first thing, let's talk about Anila and the neighbor situation at Quad's Christmas party and housewarming party. This, to me, both things fell flat. Audra trying to read Toya about her selling her home and her finances, and then Anila bringing the neighbors. First of all, Anila brings the neighbors, but the neighbor doesn't say anything. So I'm like, you brung her, but she really didn't speak up. She didn't expose Toya in any way. So it was like, what was she even here for? Because she didn't say nothing. Like, you didn't say anything. So why did you even come if you weren't coming to air the girl out? You know what I mean? So Anila was like, she effed up the whole neighborhood. And I know some people felt some type of way because it's like, girl, don't be saying black people effing up neighborhoods. Check that. But I didn't take it that way. I took it more so that, like, I guess I did hear that Toya used to be cool with everybody on the tennis team, but then something happened and it caused dissension in the group. So maybe that is what she's alluding to. But my issue is you did not explain that. You didn't say like, oh, Toya was talking about this person. She did this, she did that. All we heard in that moment is that they were saying that Toya had slept with somebody or was sleeping around in the neighborhood. And I give props to Toya because Toya straight up said, which one of you said it? And the fact that they were all mute, nobody said nothing, I was like, y'all is weak. Like, you came here to air her out, but you really didn't do it. Like, Anila can act like, oh, I just brung a friend just to bring a friend, but you brung somebody who clearly y'all been saying is the person that's been saying that Toya's been sleeping around in the neighborhood, but the lady didn't say nothing, so that moment fell flat. Honestly, when it comes to the ladies, I could do without Anila. If we could just have Karen, I'd be good. Like, I enjoy learning about her heritage and her culture, but Anila to me doesn't add to the cast. Granted, Anila and Toya are kind of the same thing. Both wives of doctors, both really don't do much. Anila may have her blogging, but if you check Anila's like Instagram or her blog posts, she hasn't posted since, like, I think somebody said since February. And I think recently she started posting because people started like questioning, like, okay, girl, where you getting this money from? And how are you really this successful as a blogger? Toya is a stay-at-home mom. Technically, they do the same thing. It's just that, like, I like Toya a little bit more, even though Toya gets on my nerves. But I can laugh at Toya because I've grown with Toya since season 1. We're now on season 9, and I've been watching Married to Medicine since season 1. Anila's been here, but she ain't giving us nothing to me except her husband, who I enjoy, Dr. Karen. He makes me laugh. I like sarcastic people, but Anila just doesn't do anything for me. And in this moment, it just fell flat, especially when she was trying to check Toya's friend Carmitha, which I ain't never heard nobody named Carmitha. I said, ooh. Carmitha sounds like a rich Southern name, like a rich, like in the backwoods of like Mississippi or Alabama name, or like a Louisiana name, not somebody from Detroit kind of name. I feel like that's a Southern name, Carmitha, and her nickname would be Mitha. Yeah, her nickname would be Mitha. It really would. Like, nobody would call her Carmitha. They would just be like, you going to Mitha's house, right? I just feel like that's just a different kind of name. And so when Anila was trying to, like, when Carmita tried to check Anila, Anila was holding her own, but Anila didn't make sense to me. Is because you're upset because you getting checked by Toya's friends, but you brung other people. You brung people to check Toya or to, like, expose Toya. So why not can Toya's friends stand up for her? Because it did seem like everybody was just coming at Toya. You got Audra, you got Anila. It just seemed like everyone was, like, throwing things at Toya. But it's like, her friend can check you just like your friend that you brought was supposed to check her but didn't do nothing. So I was like, Anila, on that point, shut up. And I honestly feel Anila was really big in her chest because she knew Carmita really wasn't about to do nothing. Because I don't think Carmita want to be fighting on TV like her friend Toya. So then Audra and Toya. Girl. So, like I said, I saw the fight in its totality with Audra and Toya. And my thing is, Audra was wrong. I'm sorry, y'all. I like Audra. I think she's a nice addition to the show. She's beautiful. I like her husband. I like their story about meeting up at, an HBCU, HBCU grad up in here. So I like that. But the thing about Audra is she keeps coming in too hot with Toya. And it's like, Toya is an easy read. And the fact that you keep trying to go the extra in the nth degree with her and the extra mile, it makes you look thirsty. Because it's like, ma'am, you're looking for a moment with somebody you don't really have to do all of that with. Like when they were at Cecil and Simone's dinner, I got why Audra was upset. Like, girl, Toya don't even know Audra. Why are you talking about the clothes she got on? She got on a Champion tracksuit. I like Champion. So I wouldn't have paid that any attention. So, but Audra checking, in that moment, I was like on Audra's side. Like, okay, check her. But then in this moment, when we were at the, at Quad's party, it was like you did the most and it felt very, very flat. Like you going on like a whole speech and dissertation or a soliloquy about Toya's like financial situation. It was like, okay, like nobody was like, oh my God. Like everyone was just looking at her like in the confessionals, everyone was like hyping it up a little bit. Like Heavenly even was like, I didn't know you could air somebody out like that. But like in that moment, everyone was just looking at Audra like, okay, you done? Because the thing about it is like we all have speculations about Toya and Eugene's financial situation. I don't think anybody thinks that like they came out the right way on selling their home. But you doing all of that, it felt flat. Like you flatlined, bruh. Like it was just kind of like, oh, you're corny. It gave very much corny tease because it was just kind of like, and that's the thing, like you don't, like when you try too hard with someone that a lot of people feel like you don't have to try hard with, you the one that comes out looking bad. You the one that everybody's just like, you feel good. You got that off your chest? Okay, we gonna move on. We gonna move on. And that's really what it gave. And the only thing that was annoying me when it came, like, not only thing, but the thing that did annoy me is, like, I think Audra realized that the moment didn't hit, but then she was trying to act like Toya was mad when she was like, I can see that you're mad because you just got checked. And when she sat down thinking she did something, I was just like, no, sis, like, nobody cares. Nobody is caring. So, like I said, I saw the fight, and I think Audra was wrong. I think both of them were wrong because we too old. Audra is like 32 or 33. Toya is like 46. We are too old to be fighting. Too old to be fighting. Like, it's too much. Especially Audra being a lawyer. Like, you have way more to lose than Toya because Toya is just a stay-at-home mom. Like, she doesn't have to report to anybody except them kids. And the thing about it, why I think Audra was wrong, is Audra body checked Toya twice. Like not once but twice. Like she was like, and this and that, and then Toya mushed her in the face like, get out of my face. And then when Toya was like, you only get one time, I can't fault nobody for that. Like I don't believe in people like, you know, putting their hands on each other, especially when we're at a certain age. But the moment you get in someone's space and you are hitting them with your chest intentionally and doing all of this and all of that, yeah, they well within their right to like mush you and tell you to back or like push you off of them. And that's basically what Toya did. Now I will say if Audra would have connected, Toya would have been hurt because the way Audra cocked back and was like, what? It like was going. She threw that punch. It was gonna do damage on Toya. Toya probably would have had a bruise or a Not Like Sunday on Basketball Wives on that head. Oh, no, did she have it? No, she had a black eye. Either way, she either would have had a Not Like Cardi or a black eye like Sunday off of Basketball Wives. But it was just like, Audra, why are you so frustrated with Toya? Like, why? And it leads me to believe that maybe Heavenly coached Audra on how she should be on the show, or maybe somebody in production tapped her on the shoulder and was like, amp it up, because she's only coming at Toya. And it's like, yes, Toya has said some slick stuff to you and she's been running that mouth, but it's nothing that she has said has been so egregious where you should be this frustrated with her and wanting to come at her. Unless Toya been talking about, like, you know, like, and even the career comment, it wasn't that serious for you to be upset for that to, like, I got why she was upset, but it wasn't that serious for you to be that angry with Toya. I just think Audra is trying to solidify her spot with Married to Medicine, but I don't think she gonna get it. I really don't, because in this moment, the clip I saw, she looked like the one who initiated it because she bumped the lady twice. She was like, and what are you going to do about it? And what are you going to do about it? And then that's when Toya mushed her. And I said, that's what she did about it. That's what she did about it. But yeah, y'all, that is it. That is all. Remember to be bravely authentic and drop down in them comments below. Deuces.